and Ina was 20 weeks pregnant with her second child, Bennett was diagnosed with leukemia. And although Bennett went into remission, it did not last long. Ina and Vitali were told that a transplant was Bennett's only hope for a cure. During that time, Bennett's brother Jonah was born, but sadly, he was not a match. But thanks to the gift of life, an unrelated donor was found and a transplant took place near their home in Chicago. The transplant road, as we know, is never easy. Imagine how much harder it must be to see your child in pain and you can't do any darn thing about it. But now, a year later, Bennett is an outgoing 5-year-old who loves superheroes, swimming, Legos, and attending preschool with his friends. Anything else, Bennett? Did I leave anything out?
So cute.
No, we're good. Ina and Vitali, I know you're eager to meet Bennett's donor, and I'm sure Bennett is too, and I'm eager to tell you more about her. She's a medical student at SUNY Downstate. She lives in Queens. She is 25 years old, which means she was born the same year as the gift of life. She joined the registry in 2009 at a seminary in Israel, where she spent a year studying between high school and college. She has another connection to Gift of Life, too. Her father's cousin is Evie Goldfein, who herself. Okay, let's hear it. For Evie, excellent. I'd like some competition from the other side of the room, please. Okay. So, Evie Goldfein herself is a transplant recipient and an active supporter of Gift of Life. Thank you, Evie. Evie has pioneered important recruitment initiatives as a way of giving back to the organization that helped save her life. When Bennett's donor got the call that she was a potential match, she remembers telling the Gift of Life case manager, "Yes, yes, yes, whatever you want, I will do." So Bennett, my little darling, it gives me great pleasure to introduce you to your bone marrow donor, Jim.
First-year medical student, just 2 months into school, I was overcome with emotion at already being given an opportunity to help save a life. As they just mentioned, when I got the call that I was a potential match for a 4-year-old boy with leukemia, my first reaction was just, tell me what I have to do to make this happen. Thanks to the wonderful staff at the Gift of Life, particularly Anna, who dealt with my hectic and sometimes difficult schedule, I made my way through the process and donated my bone marrow. Overall, the experience was pain-free, and any discomfort was offset by the hope that the little boy I was trying to save would get better. I want to give a special thank you to my mother for coming with me to every appointment and being my #1 fan the entire time. Coincidentally, around the time of the donation, we were learning hematology oncology in school. The donation brought a personal aspect to my studies, which enhanced my drive to learn the information well. Do I want to go into pediatric oncology? Who knows now, but I'm keeping an open mind as I start my third year of clinical rotations. Over the past year and a half, I've had the privilege of anonymously exchanging letters with my recipient's mom and getting to know a bit about Bennett, or as we called him in the letters, kiddo. I cried tears of joy at so many things, particularly when I read that he started preschool, when he learned to swim at camp, when he and his brother celebrated their birthdays with a big party, when his mom went back to work full-time, and when his parents, just the two of them, went on vacation together. Just normal things that each and every one of us takes for granted. I'm so excited to be standing here today to have the opportunity to meet Kiddo and his family in person. I can't wait to stay in touch for what will, God willing, be many happy and healthy years to come. Thank you to the Gifts of Life for making this all happen. Everyone involved in the donation process, all the doctors that helped with everything. It's so important to support the Gift of Life so that we can bring together more matches like ours. Thank you.